One Step Ahead, episode 13 with Adam and Kay. Enjoy.
Why, hello there, boys and girls. How is everybody today? Happy Tuesday. I never remember what day we do this show, but it's indeed Tuesday. I don't know why it's so hard for me to remember. Tuesday. Oh, man. We have a lot to get to today.
Really do.
Just surprise after surprise after good surprise after good surprise after good surprise after good surprise this week. I know anybody that is paying attention knows that I think we got the best possible outcomes so far that we could have wanted. So I know the three of us are very, very happy. And the three of us have football games to watch this weekend. Again, how about that? And none against each other yet. Joe, looking at you.
Yes.
Atlanta. I bought my tickets already, so just saying.
Dude, there was like a slight hold that I was hoping to be at the Rose Bowl, but
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I doubt they go out to the West Coast.
Well, I've got my tickets for Atlanta, so I mean, if you know a season ticket holder, have them get you a ticket tomorrow, and then we'll go hang out in Atlanta next week.
Oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited.
Right.
I'm excited for the Bills Bengals game because we didn't get to see the first one. So
I am.
That's just gonna be a good football game.
I am bracing myself for a very emotional start again. Right, knowing that DeMar Hamlin's back home. He was supposed to go to the game last week, but he didn't make it. Yeah. So 1000% against the Bengals, he's going to lead them out of the tunnel, and it's going to be wild, right? It's just going to be a giant spectacle.
Yeah. The only thing I'm a little bit mad about is I don't like how it's the day game, man. I want it to be the night game, but I know they have the old CBS thing in the playoffs, so usually the AFC's at
right
during the day.
So. Yeah, at least it's at 3, right? I don't mind 3. The 1 o'clock games suck. I have to be there at 8 in the morning, right? I'm tired. I'm like miserable. I don't get home till 7 o'clock. It's like a 15-hour day. 3 p.m. not too bad. I can handle it. But anyway, you didn't have to watch football and sweat anything out this weekend. So how was your week, Joe?
It was good, man. The market Madden was really fun. When got back into I'm enjoying streaming, like gameplay again. I'm enjoying streaming, enjoying content. Yeah, and then it was just football, and it was like just stress-free football, right? I was just rooting for all the underdogs. It was a little bit like disheartening watching the Dolphins and the Ravens like try to score with their quarterbacks. Because I thought they actually could have had chances in those games, but yeah, it was just I don't know, it was a stress-free weekend, and now we get into Chief playoff football, so you know I'm gonna be a wreck when I watch those games.
Right.
Yeah,
we all love it and hate it. Like you can't handle it, right? Especially at least you skipped the division round because like the Bengals went through too. Like division games are just brutal. Anytime, right? Anything can happen, and then it's worse in the playoffs. So like, who knows?
I'm happy we play the Jags. I did not want to play the Chargers at all. I feel like it's weird. The Jags are like this is like the first time in a while I think where somehow if we were to like lose to the Jags, I'd actually root for them. They're only the teams we play in the playoffs I like absolutely hate. Like we played the Browns, the Titans, the Bills, the Bengals. Like I don't like their teams. But it's like the Jags. It's weird.
Right.
I mean, we're not playing a fierce enemy. So hopefully we don't get caught in a little trap game. But we'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. Jags are. I don't know. They're getting all kinds of hype all over everywhere. But definitely easier game. Avoid the divisional game. So well done to the Jags taking out Chargers for it because that would have been sweaty, and we all know that would have been. I still think Chiefs would have won, but that would have been sweaty.
Yeah, I don't know if we would have won. The Chargers have played us. I mean, they've had a lead against us in the fourth quarter. I think the last
division games. People just play each other tough. Yeah, it's terrifying.
Yeah.
People like make fun of the Chargers, but as a Chiefs fan, like we don't want to play the Chargers. Like I promise,
right.
No Chiefs fan who actually knows what they're talking about wants to play the Chargers.
Yeah.
Plus, after you play them, if you play them twice, the third time, like you know everyone's tendency is crazy.
Yeah. Adam, how was your weekend? I think my request on your Twitter it didn't happen at halftime, right? But I think y'all might have made Tom Brady retire. I think it happened.
I think it may have happened, but like he played awful. I don't know if it was just him, but like the O-line could not do anything against that pass rush. So it was nice, man. It was like I felt pretty confident going into the second half. Like obviously you always worry about the Cowboys, and you always worry about Brady make like those incredible comebacks. But I just felt comfortable. I felt confident going into the second half.
Right.
So
Yeah, good.
It was good.
Let's dive into the topics that everybody's here to actually watch the three of us talk about. and that is the market and the just ridiculousness that kept happening all week long. Let's travel all the way back to last Friday. I don't know, whenever playoffs came out, and talk about the start of this, right? So playoff program comes out. We get new players, we get new limiteds, we get rerolls. What was the move? What were you guys attacking? What was the game plan there?
Because Thursday was the season update. So we got season
big update, big update.
And people like the big, I think like we even talked about it, like we said like PvP could come back.
Right.
We said that, right? So
had a chance.
So I was like kind of thinking, okay, this could, I think it would have went a whole lot different if PvP came out that day.
Sure.
Because the playoff rerolls were absolutely garbage. It was literally just 86s after 86s. Like I pulled an LTD out of it, but I still lost coins out of all of it. After the end of it, I still lost like 100k coins pulling an LTD. So like then we saw training absolutely go down, right? We saw training hit, I think it was like I was getting it for like 2.1, 2.2, and then it just kept on going down, and I was like, okay, I'm okay with this. I was a little bit sad that we didn't see the strategy exchange that day when they brought in the new legendary strat items. I was hoping it was gonna be like together, because I think that would have had way more demand for epic strategy items, but still pretty good. So that was my
eventually got it.
Yeah,
eventually got it. My Thursday was amazing. We had, again, Thursday morning, like Adam said, we had and I didn't really realize until after I bought the cards, but it was because they had that 92 plus, I think it was a 3-time 92 plus special offer in the store.
Yes.
And the high end market, if you were on the market, it was only Thursday morning. Now the trading market went up after in the afternoon and into Friday went up. But if you were on Thursday morning, the 94 market specifically for me, they were going for 120, like, and 120, 115 in the days leading up, like got down to 110. And then Thursday morning, just flat 100K. I mean, you could have went on and bought almost any 94 you wanted, like rarish cards like Legends, Team of the Weeks, a bunch of different AKAs, even 94 overalls for like 100. Like, you just walk on the market, buy for 100K. So Thursday was actually supposed to not be like a busy day for me on the market, but I ended up spending like 10 mil in a few hours in the morning, because I had never seen the 94s gotten that low.
Right.
And then it worked out perfectly, just a few hours. Like, I remember I bought as many cards as I could, made my video Thursday morning, took like a 3-hour nap, woke up for a stream, go back on the 94 market, and instead of being 100K, they're 130. I'm like, what the hell happened? And then I just started selling. And then pretty much after, so you know how we were kind of buying Monday, buying Tuesday, buying Wednesday, and buying Thursday morning. And then for the next Thursday afternoon on, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then of course yesterday, just been selling training. I went from all the way down, the lowest I got to was 10 mil Thursday morning, and as of last night, we got back up to 75 mil, and then now we're back down to like mid 50s.
Right on.
Of course, we'll talk about what's going on today, but yeah, that was like the summary. Just we talked about it on last week's podcast. Like, there's going to be opportunities where you're buying one day, selling the next day, buying the next day, selling the next day, and if you actually like put the time into the training market, it's going to be very, very profitable for like this next 3 to 4 week stretch, especially with no TVPs. We actually see some volatility on the the man. We don't get.
I don't think we see it. I don't.
So we're seeing now
for a little bit, which I'm okay
we're seeing day-to-day switches on the training market, and it's just beautiful, because like it feels like there's just always something to do now.
Right.
On the game. Yeah.
Before I go into the TVP topic, that is going to start just pitchforks and fires in the chat. So also, the hidden little gem there from Thursday was that the 90-91 exchange pack was throwing 96s out again. Surprise. So now I feel like every time there's a program drop, I'm loading up on 88s for like 9,000, and then just waiting to know what happens. Let's see what happens. Every time I see them at 9, I go ahead and buy them all up again. Even if they don't, right? Some idiot will blow something out somewhere on Twitter, like, do these work? People like, oh wait, let me go find out, and they go buy 50 of them and try it. That's why people always ask, like, does it still work? I'm like, we'll never know. They don't tell us when it's fixed, right?
I hate that question too when I get it. Does it still work? I'm like, I'm not doing it. You know,
we'll never. You could do 100 of them and not get one, and then somebody else right after you like, oh, I just got one. Like you will never know.
It's hard to really know.
It might still be fine, right? But nobody's gonna touch it. It might still be right now. It might work, but no one's doing it.
Team of the weeks might be in there. Who knows?
Right? Yeah, not worth it. So that's always fun. So little inside sneak. I'm stacking 88s every time I can. So all right. So let's fast forward a little bit. And then we get to Monday.
Yeah.
AKA's drop.
Oh my god.
And holy shit. Right? Holy shit. That's all I can say. I was sitting here. People I didn't believe it, right? Like it was one of those days where like the content came out. First off, cards are amazing.
Yeah.
Like, all over the place. The cards are phenomenal.
I love how they're making current players now like the best players in the game. I love it.
Yeah.
I have
taken a shot.
And I'm rooting for it.
Yeah, it's hitting that theme team or Legends theme team's taking a hit right now.
It's
right?
taking a hit, but
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Yeah, I like this. But so the players are amazing, right? I put out a tweet last week labeling the things that I wanted to happen.
It's funny. I was gonna put out a tweet just like yours, and I saw yours. I'm like, okay. I'm not
but we hit it though, right? And then we had the same thought. We wanted unlimited AKA roles, and it would change all of AKAs, and exactly what happened. Brand new, 96 overall, best running back, best center, best corner, best everything in the game. They're 500K.
Right.
Yeah. Like we needed it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Under 500K, phenomenal, great. Best players in the game. They're not a million coins. Well done. Gave people things to use their training on. Gave content engagement, which is something we didn't have with AK last time because it was one pack and then you sit on your hands.
And then
is this the wave? Do we think this is it? Instead of TVPs, are we going to see way more training engagement with each program instead of TVPs?
I feel like I'm leaning for at least for the next few weeks. Like I think it's gonna all depend. I know I'm fast forwarding a little bit, but it's all gonna depend on what the weekly wild card program looks like,
yes,
right? Because if we get 8 days on Monday, which like you correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I heard TJ say that there's gonna be an LTD in there starting on Monday. There's gonna be like
I wouldn't be surprised. It makes sense that they would throw like one LTD per week.
Yeah, so I think there's gonna be like two, everyone will get like 2 and then get one LTD. I think that's what it sounded like. Again, I could be wrong, and I could be like someone wants to correct me in the chat. Please do that. But then do we get another reroll on Tuesday with the wild card?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
We had like over the past week. You've had like multiple days to sell. Like we don't want the TVP back. Like I think I think we can get now the community on board. Like we don't want the TVP back. Somehow just make legend LTDs have better odds, and like we're fine.
That's a big thing. I guess that's like a big issue is those legend LTDs. They're like kind of like almost unattainable when we have no TVP.
Right.
Yeah.
They could fix that though.
It could.
Either not even with the training reroll. All they do is put in one of two things, right? A guaranteed current week legend in each pack. I don't give a shit if it's the 85, right? Just put a current week. It works for team of the week, right? Yeah. Or give us an exchange set. Let me throw in 1286 legends for a shot at a 92 plus or something, right? Yeah. And that would change it all. It would fix all.
It just comes down to the offers, like that much in the pack store. Look at Team of the Week. The early bird offers. The reason that Team of the Week LTDs go for like no more than 600, 700.
I bought both of the. I know they're not great, right? But I bought both the limiteds today. One actually, I really need a new left guard because I'm rocking.
Yeah, I need to get that left guard.
I have 4 guards on my line right now and a center that boosts all guards, so kind of OP. But I need a new left guard. Bam, limited left guard. Perfect. 385,000 coins later, I have a new left guard. 30k. I got both of them today for 700,000 coins. Or like under 8. I was like 750. I got both of them today. I'm like, deal. Can't beat it. Perfect. So offers can fix our limited issues.
I agree.
And we have Team of the Year coming around the corner too. That will give more training. Even though I don't know when Team of the Year is going to be.
Well, because last year we voted, right? Last year
for one, we voted, and it's like already we haven't gotten the voting ballot at all. Secondly, like it usually is the week after the last Team of the Week, so it would be next Tuesday. But that's when we're getting the wild card. Weekly wild cards now. I'm just say two. It's you knew they weren't going to be on Wednesday.
Maybe they wait. Maybe they wait and save it for honors, and then all of it drops at once.
We'll see.
Team of the year
And then, of
honors
course,
at the
we
same
know we're
time.
getting because we have the tokens from the team of the week.
Right.
I was like a little bit nervous.
Yeah,
I was a little bit nervous when we were getting them. Like someone's just like, oh yeah, they already mentioned team of the year in the collectible like descriptions. Like, oh, okay, we're good.
Right,
We're good
right.
there. I'm not worried, but I just don't know when that's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and I feel like that will be another rise. I'm really hoping that we don't see TVPs before Team of the Week comes out, because I think the market could just be really, really great.
Yeah,
for that as well.
The way that, well, next Wednesday is going to dictate all of it, right? So I think if Wildcard Tuesday is a training reroll, like we assume it will be, I don't think we see TVPs for a long time.
Yeah, because we're getting new content. Like they're not going to drop TVPs. They don't need to drop TVPs in for one the same week as they're introducing AKAs, and like for next week they don't need they don't need to you know, like waste that. That's a big like sell that TVPs are around.
Yeah, that's an ace in their pocket, right? So that TVPs are used to increase the overall market value, right, of everything. Training jumped to 4 yesterday.
Yeah, there were some overalls,
right?
No, no, it didn't, bro.
Yeah,
Why
no,
you lying,
it was.
man?
I was on in the morning. This was my guy who loved this so much yesterday. So I'm on streaming in the morning, and this comes out. My first roll, 96 truz, like big dubs, right? There may have been someone from EA in the chat that made sure I only got 88 Quadfather though. Yeah, even confirmed it. I was like, oh, it's almost like there's someone in the chat that knows this is the only card that I want and I can't get it. Yeah. Like 10 straight 88 AJ Dillon's. Like, you serious right now? Like, what, can you hit the other button? Never happened. Had to go buy him. But so I'm sitting there, so I'm like, okay, let's go check the market now because this is wild. Right, I go check 88s and they're at 4. They're at 4. 90s or I go check 90s. 90s were at 21 that morning, right? They were at 30. Yeah. Like, oh my god! I'm like 90s are at 30. So I was like, okay, let me wait. Let me wait. I came back 20 minutes later, 35. Like, okay, wait a minute. Wait 30 minutes more. Go back in. They're at 39 and selling quick. I'm sitting here and I'm like, I think I need to post up my 90s. They're at 4. They're at 4 per. And right away, there's always that guy in the chat. It's like they're not selling at 90. I'm buying them at 25 right now. I'm like, okay, make this very, very clear for anybody watching. When especially the 3 of us tell you what training is at, we're typically talking about what you can sell it at. I don't care. You can buy training at 0.000001, right? You can buy it at almost negative, okay? I don't care what you can snipe it at. If we're telling you training is at 4 or it's at 3.5, that is what you can sell it at.
Yeah,
that's what we're concerned about.
True. Facts. I always say like a training number and they're like, oh, it's not at that. I'm like, no, I'm talking about the lazy, and especially the lazy sell price.
Yeah. How much can I get for it? I know you can, there is almost, you can buy a 96 for 150, right? If you get lucky enough, right? And that's 1,000 zeros that you get that training at. But we're always concerned with what you can sell it at. That's where your profit comes through, not, like, sniping's different. But yeah, so it got to 4. Which is
selling
absurd.
92s at 69k. Like that's
crazy, right?
That's 3.233. And
I literally thought I literally thought I was gonna like get bad because I bought the 93s for 60k the day before. I literally spent millions and millions, and then I'll literally flip them for 90,000.
Yeah, like absurd, right?
Yesterday, all day.
Yeah. Like, yeah, buying them for 1.8, selling them for 2.6, 12 hours later, like, this is broken.
I'm like, I'm getting 10. I'm like, no way.
Right.
Distribution.
So, big dubs. I think big giant sign that we don't need TVPs because they can not control the market, but they can impact the market with what they're doing, right? And we have it this week with just AKAs. It's going to happen again next week on Monday and Tuesday, which, I mean, I know we talked about before, we thought 3.5 was kind of our cap. Dude, I don't know if we don't hit 6 on Tuesday.
At this point, like,
you think weekly? I mean, 6 is a little bit.
6 is crazy, right?
6 is a little bit. 6 is a little bit.
Wildcard Wednesday would have to be, or Wildcard Tuesday, whatever, would have to be like Rising Stars come out, double team chems, some, you know what I mean? Like something ridiculous can come out.
I hope they go with the high overalls with whatever we get, especially if we're getting these so late in the year. Don't just.
I'm sure the 96 and ups. Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, let's say they do flashbacks. I hope they don't do like just 94s or 95s packs. Give us some. You know, you can mix the overalls, but.
Can I do a cool like wish list? What I think could happen.
I like it.
I think motivators are back, bro.
Motivators?
Oh dang, we haven't had that in like years.
We just got them, and these AKA players have motivator chems.
We've had, I mean, Gronk has it. Gronk
right, Gronk's got it. The center's got it. That's why I'm running 4 guards on my offensive line, because he boosts all guards. They all have fucking 92 speed. It's incredible.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, what if they announce motivators on Tuesday? Training hits 6.
And they could be.
Everybody's gonna want every one of them. Every one of them, even in a backup spot.
Yeah.
6 would have 96s at like 6. You think 96 go up to like 650? That would be.
I mean, I didn't think I was gonna see 90s jump to 40 again after I was buying it for 17. I just think only because it stacks, right? Only because so we would need a cascade event, right? Monday would need really good AKAs plus a limited.
Yeah, we're gonna have that is one thing,
right? So it's already gonna be chilling probably at like 3.5, right? Because it took a full day to come all the way back down, right? Yep. Got up this morning, they were still at like 32. 90s were still at like 32. The afternoon they kind of dipped back down to like 2.7, 2.5. But if we come in the morning and it's at 32, 3.2, and then you hit me with some motivators, I could see a double from that point for sure. Yeah. That's the only reason why. But
would they call it wild card though? How would that tie into?
They're still gonna change it. I feel like they're gonna change it every week. But he's just, I think Kay's just saying like one of the weeks could be motivators.
Right.
Yeah. Motivator boost on whatever they drop. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Somebody said Gridiron's got him too back in the day.
Yeah, you have it in the what's it called? Like the wild card weekday logo is like you see the multiple colored cards. So they're definitely gonna be rotating. Yeah. Each week. But yeah, maybe they throw in a new type of weekly card, not just your standard flashback heavyweight veteran.
Right.
Rising star.
Yeah. But so many possibilities. That would be so awesome.
Random promos.
Yeah.
Well, remember because last year we had like those other programs too. Like we had Guardian 2, right? And we had what was the all out of position?
Madden machines.
Yeah, Madden machines. Like that could be something that they do like throughout, right? They just rotate that a couple times too. I don't know.
We'll see. Yeah. It's just fun, man. They're like, no, dude, I'm not gonna lie. Like, where I know we're getting, where was this energy like for content and training?
I feel like it was so redirected, just trying to get the game to turn on when you hit the power button, right? Like there were other issues early.
We're gonna have more content. Like, even though Team of the Week is good, but like, I feel like it's gonna be. I was worried. I think we were all worried about the content, like going into the off season, and now it's like I feel safe, man. We're gonna have I guarantee Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday content. So, and that's not even talking about like we still are on the rise for Team Diamonds 2, Team Builders 3, like Team Affinity content too.
Oh my god, I forgot Team Diamonds 2. That makes so many stupid cards skyrocket. Oh, there's so I might actually have a billion coins.
I do think Team Diamonds 2 though is not going to be soon. They I think they would have said something in the season 3 blog.
Yeah, I think it would have been in there somewhere because they outlined the programs, right?
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be after the Super Bowl.
Right.
And the other one came out a little bit late, right? Because of the hurricane and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that kind of got delayed, so that might have pushed it back the way they wanted the overalls and stuff. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. No, I'm a fan. So as far as can we also I think we need to touch on this point real quick too, because I still get people that still want TVPs because they're guaranteed profit, and I think that correlation doesn't work. So these last rolls, 12,000 training for AKAs a roll, right?
Remember something. Sorry, I just saw chat. I think they dropped a hint. I was actually thinking yesterday. I'm like, we should make sure to check at 4 p.m. Let's see. Tune in. Yeah. I wish they would have said. I
that looks like a
number of cards.
That looks like a dig.
It does look like a dig.
I see Christian Kirk on the left.
You think that's Kirk?
I think that's Christian Kirk on the left.
They said they're all present players, right? And they said
not
like
Lawrence.
The solos are gonna be past stuff, right? That's what they said.
Does Christian Kirk have a card recently? I know Lawrence has a 94. I've been buying him all day.
Oh, that's right. He does. It was Team of the Week. I'll pull it up real quick so chat can see. I don't know. Yeah, I think Sam Hubbard. I think Sam Hubbard on the right too. That's justified right now. That's definitely, I think, Diggs. I hope it's Diggs and not like, no offense, but like I don't need James Cook right now. Not, you know what I mean? Like, maybe. Yep. So who is this though? Maybe. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. I mean, if I could get Bruce Smith and Groot on the same field, like that'd be cool, right? Like, actually probably better for my team as a toter. Like, I don't need Stephon Diggs. But I mean, is what it is, right?
But yeah, they said so. What I heard this morning is it's all present players, but the past in playoff past and present is current players, but like past performances.
Okay.
Kind of like how the LTDs were with Aaron Donald and Randall
Cobb. So that
Cobb.
kind of could be a Gabe Davis after that 200-yard 4-touchdown last year.
So we could see players like Stephon Diggs and the Vikings, how we got a card last year, and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see. Hopefully those aren't just the. I'm hoping we get like 4 current champions or whatever,
and 4 pass,
like and then 4 pass, and then 2 LTDs. That would make for a really good promo.
Right.
They just need to give us like I just want all these cards that we're getting to be like really good, because I like the current players being really good. I really like that. What you were saying earlier, Joe. Like, I like that. Like, that's especially with the playoffs right now. That's what people are pumped for. Watching their favorite players play. So
thanks. That's cool though. Well, that is tomorrow morning, right? We should get all the reveals.
But they're not coming out.
Right.
All right.
Let's go back to the TVP part. So 12,000 training per roll, right? It's standard now, right? It's been done. We already did it. So 12 is not crazy now, right? We figured 3 per, right? Like 30K a piece. I mean, that could be like 12 to 15 fits in for, you know what I mean? Like anywhere I think between 10 and 15 is fair game. 15 I don't think is crazy. The longer TVPs wait to come back, the higher it gets.
The higher it goes.
Absolutely.
And now with things going up because of AKA and Wildcard Tuesday,
the profit is just
you're not getting 90s for 17 now. You're getting 90s for 27.
Yeah.
Those are way more expensive, right? So you're going to pay a lot more for these, right? If you're going to pay 35, let's say you're going to pay 30,000 coins a roll, right? 80s are 9, 81s are 13, 82s are 19. 83s, you finally break even at a 30K quick sell, right? I don't know if you guys remember last time, I would go through stretches of an hour and not see an 85. An 84 felt like I was winning the lottery, right? They got real bad towards the end, so I'm hesitant for when TVPs do come back, dive right in.
Yeah, because you're gonna get destroyed with the jerseys and those like 80s, 81s. Like,
right, yeah. If I'm getting, or at least you get a jersey or you get a silver strat, you just pay 35,000 coins for this roll and you get 1K back. That's tough. Super tough.
So back to your point though about like the people wanting the TVP to come out just for, I think it's the lazy profit. Like they just want to book some roll.
Yeah. I get that.
It's guaranteed coins, right? You're literally turning training into coins no matter what you get.
Yeah. My like counter though is like I think there's just way more profits to be made if you just like work the market and just sell back your cards over the like the ups and downs. Like it's seriously going to be like just probably it's gonna be like a buy Saturday, Sunday, and then just reap the benefits Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right.
Potentially even then buy back Wednesday, sell Thursday, Friday, and then it's gonna be a weekly cycle where you're gonna see, you know, like significant swings from days where there's just no LTDs and rerolls or no new like training content. You say so like Saturdays,
right?
And then Mondays we're getting AKs, and like you said, it's a back-to-back day of a train demand where it's Monday AKs and then Tuesday weekly wildcards. So you can see training. You know, like a buy on Saturday, like on average, let's say you buy on Saturday for 2, like you could be seeing consistent selling in the high 2s, low 3s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So much to be made.
Wednesday, there was so much profit on wildcard Wednesday.
So much to be made.
Right.
Even though they were like cards that weren't even competing with the top of the top, you were still able to sell trading on those Wednesdays, like no problem.
Right.
And as well, like you bring the TVPs back a little bit, and let's say it inflates training, like it just makes all the you can still definitely like with these training rises, you definitely could still invest in training when the TVP's there and then just sell kind of like how we used to do with the LTDs on Tuesday for Team of the Week.
Right.
But it's just the profit margins are slimmed down. The cards that come out now on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday are gonna be way more expensive. Like I love how we're getting our new 96 champions on Thursday, and they're 300K by the end of the day.
Right.
Like that's
great.
that's great to see. I love it. So in this market even now, like yes, if there was, let's say we didn't have AKs, we didn't have weekly wildcards, I'd be okay with the TVP coming out. Like we would have needed it, but man, stay the hell away. Just
right. Yeah. I mean,
give us just a few weeks. Like
trending across the board right now is anywhere from 3.8 down to 2.4. Right now, just log in, and that's what it's at, right? It's not even sniping. That's just what it's at right now. That's a big gap between overalls in these cards. Right. We get TVPs out. Yeah. Everything just goes to like 3.2 and doesn't go up or down ever again.
Yep, you'll be buying for like 2.9, selling for 3.2 or 3.3. Right. It's like it's just. Yeah. And
I'm gonna tell you, I will guarantee that if we get TVPs, you are not getting back anything more than 2 per back. Right, like value wise, there's no way TVPs come back like, oh, TVP spitting out at 4.5. Yeah, we're fucking right. That's gonna spit out at 2. You're going to lose. You might hit a limited once in a while, but again, if you do 10,000 rolls, a command like, oh, I pulled 4 limiteds. Cool, you still lost 5 million coins. I'm not.
Mark's in a good spot though right now.
I think it's a great spot.
It's in a great spot. Let's give credit where EA. We're like we love to bash them, but they've done a good job, I think.
Yeah, this is a good correction.
It feels like they're listening. Like the main thing is like the AK Unlimited rules. Like they changed that from the first time we got AKs to now. So it feels like a little bit. Maybe the second half of the year they're gonna be a little bit more lenient and like listening to the community.
Hopefully. Well, I guess like the next question here would be, what are you doing right now? Because we saw it today.
Good question.
Market went down.
Yeah.
Market's back down. Are you going all in?
I think this is about the perfect time to go all in, because we know we have a guarantee. First off, we have Thursday content, which like that's fine and all. But now we know we're gonna have we're gonna have, you could set it LTD AKA, 2 new AKs on Monday, and then we're gonna get like that first. There's only a first drop one time, right? So with the weekly wildcards on Tuesday being that first drop, man, training like Kay said, it could go crazy. And right now in the market, it's a perfect storm again, where we have this Team of the Week 90+ fantasy pack you can get from solos. And by the way, if you don't have any of the solos done, I played all the solos last night during the second half of the game. It probably takes an hour and a half tops, maybe 2 hours to play through all the solos, and you pretty much are going to get a 93+ guaranteed sellable card, and you can go out and buy 93s under 2 per. You can buy 94s under 2 per.
Which one's this for?
Around there. Team of the Week solos.
And right. I also don't recommend it. I did it on stream this morning, and I regret it.
See, I did those each week, and it's like 6 minutes per set, and I was done. So mine are all caught up.
They are fast. Yeah, they're fast. It's just like.
I did them on stream. That's your fault. Yeah. Solos on stream are that's a death wish right there. People have asked me to play solos on stream. I'm like, dog, you don't want to see me play solos. I don't want to play solos on stream.
Right. Yeah, not
I
happening.
don't want to play solos ever again. That's why, that's the reason why I build my coin stack up so early on.
Yeah.
I'm never do a solo game.
I know. The only ones you have to do though, even if you have a billion coins, is Team of the Week and AKA, because this is going to be a 98, maybe 99 at the end. Free, like having big play slay last time for free was clutch. But so
I'm sorry if you're a vacuum. Hold up.
Oh, you're good. So okay. I'm in the same boat though. I am loading up today. Like right when Team of the Week dropped, I jumped on buying 94s for under 100K again. I was buying 95s for like 120, 125. Knowing that what they were just at 2 days ago. Right, and how much they've come down now, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty low for what they were 2 days ago.
That's exactly it.
Like this could be, and it's so many coins. This is like at this point, I'm just like, I don't even know what to do anymore, right? Because it's so much. Like every time I look, I'm like, this can't really have all happened, right? Like you talk about a flood, like we just got flooded. Like the coin stack is overflowing. I need a bigger boat. It's absurd.
Everyone wants to actually they hate you right now. People are like in the chat with like 50,000 coins, and you're just like saying I have boatloads of coins.
I know. Well, I'm at, so right now, after buying both limiteds today, I bought 3. I want to talk about that too. I bought 3 limiteds yesterday because they were at 400,000 because we got new corners and new wide receivers and everything else. So Richard Sherman, who I recently sold for 1.1 million coins, I bought for 400,000 yesterday.
He went down to 400K.
Yeah, buddy.
I love it. He plays really good, by the way.
Yeah, for one game in, I was like, oh, look at you just diving all over the field like a maniac. He was real good. For 400K, 50K rental, 100%. So in the last 2 days, I've added in 6 new limiteds to the team. And Quadfather. My coin stack is exactly the same and spent 1 million coins on training today. So we're in a good spot. Like, it's been really good. And really, there was a lot of it just selling 88s that I bought for 9 and sold for 20.
Exactly.
How are the strategy items going though?
I haven't touched them yet. They're
okay, go on.
Epics right now are at 75,000 coins.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was my one thing that I was like, I held, and
you guys held,
asked me
435.
I didn't have the patience.
People ask me all week, they're like, I guess that's it, right? We're not gonna get them. I'm like, I'm holding, man. What?
Right. There's no loss in value, right? What do you lose?
What's gonna happen if they drop TVPs and those come back out? Whatever. I quick sell them. I'm not. I'm not losing anything. So I was like, I don't need the coins right now. It's like, wow, okay, fine. My coin stack will look pretty if I just quick sell them all, but like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like my safety net.
I did the math. If I take 435 epic strats and sell them for 75, which I did already. I started selling. I only made it through like 10 and then we started the show. It is 29.7 million coins in profit.
That's a lot. You had way more than I did.
I've been saving them forever because I had no reason. Like I did sell some before when they were at 100. If they would hit 100, I would start unloading them. And then, dude, the golds. I don't know who the hell is playing with a Falcons theme team, but you bought 3 of my cards today for 220 before them came out. So well done. And now they're at 112. So I don't know what happened. Like people just got to be mad. But it's not like some stuff like that happens all the time, right? There's multiple times a year where like you wait for something. When TVPs didn't come out at the start of season 3, people would come in. I'm sure they asked you guys the same thing. What do I do at my training? Yeah. Sit on it, bro. It's still at 1.6. What are you going to do with it? You don't lose anything by waiting. Like, wait till something happens.
It can't go much lower, right? And
right.
We saw it didn't.
Yeah.
There would be no need to. That's why they had to put something in the game, and that's why you see the market going up with the AKAs and now the Wildcard Tuesdays, and you're going to see the market keep going up because of that.
Yeah, I didn't look at it yet, but I don't think we hit 1 per training until Easter last year. This is way we're like 3 months before this should be happening, right? So that's why I don't think TVPs, they could come back, but I think we're going to see more and more reasons or ways to use training just to keep that up. Because this is a good point. 3.5 is good. 3.5 to 4. I like living here, right? I'm okay with this place.
Absolutely, especially if it fluctuates enough. I'm happy.
God, that's how we used to make millions.
Yeah.
Right? That's how it was easy to make millions. Where you just buy because it doesn't take time. Right? People think that what we do takes a ton of time. If we have a cycle like this, you can log in at any point on Saturday and Sunday for a half hour. Just go buy everything you see, and then you come back on Monday and sell it. Like, you don't have to snipe, really. Just filter down. Like, that's the cheapest one, I'll buy it. That's the cheapest one, I'll buy it. Just each filter, buy the cheapest one. Do that for literally 9 minutes. On Monday, go back in, wait till noon, go, okay, I'll just sell all those, and then like do it on your phone while you're eating lunch. That's it. 1 million coins a week.
I know it should not take longer than an hour, because at least for me, like with how I go overboard, and it took me.
You're a psychopath.
I spent
no.
Yeah,
Noah's not even a psychopath. He gets it done. He spends 70 million in an hour.
I know. I don't know how he does it.
We went from 74 to 54 in about an hour and a half leading up to the show. So there's no reason that you can't. And that's with my stack. So I know with people, if you have like 7 mil, it should take you 20 minutes, and you should get rid of your
really.
So,
honestly,
as long as you're buying high overalls.
No, my problem is I get stuck on a number, right? Like today, buying those 95s, I'm like under 100. This one's literally at 100. Like too high, won't do it. I'm like, if it's at 99, I'll buy it.
I'm buying at 105.94. So you have to. It's something when you get a bigger stack, you have to realize that it's more about just being efficient with your time.
Yeah, I need to value them at this point. Yeah.
And See, the big thing is too with like buying training right now. If you guys are aware, Team of the Week's 94 overalls, 93 overalls, you can buy for 100K, 65K. We saw like it's not like we're guessing that they're gonna go back. We saw them go yesterday.
Yeah,
right.
Sold 94s yesterday there for 135. It's a proven concept that we're gonna see every single week. We're probably gonna see them back at 135 on Thursday when we get new LTDs. So
I think they go up higher.
You think they go up higher?
Thursday?
Team of the week? Nope, not this week. I think team of the weeks are a super sneaky hold. I haven't sold any team of the weeks yet.
The thing is, it is going to be a question that I'm going to have to mentally decide. Is like, we know next Tuesday training is probably going to peak, like in the next, say, week and a half.
Yeah.
If like we're going to see training probably rise on this Thursday. It's like, are you selling this Thursday, or do you just hold everything?
I'm waiting till Tuesday minimum.
I am.
If you can, there might be an opportunity where you can sell Thursday and then like rebuy the weekend. But it's I think I might just be super patient. I think if I can sell some of the 94s I was buying for 100, or maybe like 150, make like 25K Thursday, I'll do it. Right?
Yeah.
And then I'll spend the time on the weekend sniping it. But if I
to your
can't
point, by the way,
then I don't know.
Yeah. To your point, Cam, team of the weeks are great. Whenever you can buy team of the week cards as a training investment, they are amazing because team of the week cards are really, really rare. Like I know right now you're seeing them flood on the market. Once the supply stops,
they're gone.
That's why I invest in team of the 93 team of the weeks this week for the set. By the way, if you want to buy them, like under 70K, under 65K. Team of the weeks though, like legends are not as legends. Kind of like I have a bunch of Kurt Warner tie laws. They don't go crazy, but man. Team of the weeks, if you get those rare guys, especially if you get legend team of the weeks, there's players like Marshall Falk, Lance Briggs, Andre Johnson that you can get for training this card. If you just wait a little bit, they will go for above training value just because the rarity is there.
Whenever team of the week comes out, team of the year, sorry, there's typically that's for multiple different ways, right? You get like team of the, I think before we had like team of the year tokens, and you would do a bunch of different types of sets. It was like 50 89s, or not that many, but you know what I mean. So that skyrocketed team of the weeks because there's no packs either. They're not in rolls. There's not. They're gone. They're just disappeared.
Who knows if they do requirements for this?
Exactly. Last year it was like random cards.
Yeah, it was any overalls. But I feel like if I recall, like a few years ago, they've done team of the week requirements for a team of the set. So, but they would. I think they dropped the reroll with it though.
But, worst case, I bought training at 1.7.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So like you're always like double stacked against the odds of getting burned on these. Like, okay, I bought 100 of these, but I bought them at 1.7. So even if team of the weeks don't go up, I just sell them on Monday, and then who cares, right? Or even if you get burned that way, then you wait till whatever comes out and you quick sell them and roll and try your luck, right? Like there's 3 different options to get out of these investments.
Yeah, I don't think people there's like 10. There's just so many opportunities to sell in the next
short-term investments. Are you, because this is only drop number 2 and people have amnesia, are you going for 93s playoff players? Because I may have like 15 that I'm just holding just in case these people are dumb. Do we anticipate them spiking on Thursday again?
I could see them, especially if they're like the players are good. I think we need to see good players.
Yeah, that's there needs to be.
Well, again, if you're buying those 93s around like 70, like between 65 and 70, are you really losing much anyways?
Right.
Yeah,
I bought them all under 70.
It is tough because they've spiked a little bit.
How much are they right now?
Bro, they were 60, 65.
I've seen them on PlayStation for like 70 to 75.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
I'd probably still buy at 70. Yeah, at 70, I'd pull the trigger for sure.
Yes, I think so too.
And
I think it'll be something like, well, not necessarily maybe like stocky stuffers, but it is probably, if you are looking to buy and sell for profit, you probably do need to be on in the early hours of the playoff part 2 content dropping, just because there are going to be LTDs in the reroll, so that is going to be spammed, and the 93s are not going to be undersupplied by any means, but they're definitely going to spike a little bit, especially if the all it takes is the champion going for 350K, and those things kind of have to go up to what be like 80. They have to go up to 80. So, and then you'll be able to lazy sell them at 85, 90.
Right.
So it's definitely interesting.
In the morning, I mean, they sit around 400, 500, 600 maybe not 6 this time, but
yeah,
they'll be 4. They'll probably be 4 until at least probably 2 o'clock, right?
Yep.
Because there's always that one idiot that builds the first one and puts them up for 1.3 million. I'm like, okay, I'll just wait literally 4 minutes. They're at 500K. Yeah. Always that one guy, right? Always the first guy.
Always. They always think it's gonna work, but it never does.
I know. Well, it did work for Truz. I did sell Truz for like 900,000 coins when my first roll was 96 Truz. I'm like, get out of my binder right now. And one had just sold for like 1.1. I'm like, you got to go, homie. Like, get out. And then he was 400K a half hour later.
Yeah, maybe people thought it was like not unlimited roll, because like that's what I did with the Megatron that one time it came out of the AKA pack or whatever the pack that was, and I sold for 1.5 million.
Right. Crazy.
Yeah,
right?
At that moment, right? Just because it was limited to one. So.
We'll see though. The 93s, we'll see how they. The only thing is this is because we should be getting. Well, I don't know. It's confusing. See, we're due for 97s the following week.
Yeah.
However, it would kind of make sense that they just like kind of with zero chill, how they just roll with 96 champions for like the third and final part of the playoff run. So we'll have to wait and see. But I think anything under 70, like at minimum right training, it'll probably boost to 80K. So, and you know, who knows what the champions are. I would have loved to buy more over the weekend when they were 60 and 65K. Yeah. But I didn't expect. I honestly, going into Monday, I didn't expect there to be an unlimited reroll. That train would just spike a little bit and then go back down, and then I'd be buying my 93 playoffs like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Right.
But now they're of course a little bit inflated. So
yeah.
And people aren't rolling the playoff. I really should have. I didn't really think that through. I should have probably bought my 93s when people were actually spamming the playoff reroll. I could have got snipes, and now people really aren't rolling it, so they aren't getting listed as much. I definitely kind of misjudged that a little bit.
Man, I'll tell you what, my sneaky move all year has been to literally snipe everything but the current program. Like when people are spamming the playoff program, yeah, you can get really good snipes, and it was way more common. I would just switch to Legends and Team of the Weeks, and it was uncontested, just buying everything you wanted for the same price. But everybody's brain goes to the current pro, like, oh, everybody's doing this, let me buy all these. All you gotta do, like when I was buying those 88s, like I said, for like 7,000 to 9,000, I would hit up Team of the Weeks. I would go to Core Elites. I'd hit Legends, and I would just leave it on offensive, defense, hit each program, buy 3 at a time because they're all up there because no one else is on there. It's just great. Sometimes all you do is take one little detour off, and you are on your own on an island, just literally just reaping all the benefits.
Next question I have for you guys. And mainly Joe here, because I know you played around with this a lot more than I guess Kay and I, but are you investing in any of the 93 AKA players for next week?
No.
Both questions. No.
Yeah. So the unlimited reroll kind of killed it. I'm not really looking now. I think I'm gonna use like what I always like to do with because this would technically be like a newer ish. Like we hadn't really had an unlimited AK reroll. I'm thinking maybe like possibly buying the 93s potentially on like Thursday and Friday or Saturday, Sunday. If they're like super cheap, then maybe they get a short spike on Monday. But what I always like to do, like for the first time ever doing this, like I'm just gonna look to see what they do. I'm gonna monitor what they do this week. See like if they go down to 75K, do they spike back up to 95, 100K on Monday when we get the new players? And then if I see that, okay, then the next week, then I'll decide what I want to do.
Right.
The only reason why I say that is because of what Kay always says, amnesia. People forget.
Yeah. It's an impressive trait amongst Madden players.
On Sunday, like I could see like on Sunday there would be a spike when they announced the card. They're like, oh crap, I need those 93s. That's my only thought process on that, because other than that, there's the limited reroll.
100%. The other thing too is I don't know the exact overalls. Like we could get, and I think we're gonna get 96s next week for AK, but then it's like the next week we get 97s.
Right.
So I want to see a pattern. I want to see a trend like that happens at least for like 2 weeks in a row. And then once I see the numbers that are like, okay, these things are consistently going up or going down middle of the week, like, there'll probably be definitely a day where like they're the lowest, you buy them, and then we'll sell on Monday. So yeah, it's a good question because when I first heard the AKA promo come back, I'm like, oh shoot, we're gonna be investing in AKAs on Monday again. And then they did unlimited reels. So I'm like, okay, so we aren't gonna be investing in AKAs on Monday, but we do get a training boost on Monday now. So I don't really care. So I'm kind of cool with it.
Yeah.
Good question though. Good question.
Yeah. It's different. We haven't had this. It's because all year long we haven't had this like cycle of good training days and bad, right?
Seriously,
so
this is like
nice
a whole
to get
new,
back to this.
It's a whole new market.
Yeah, this is last year's market.
Yep.
Exactly.
So it's kind of nice where it's just like I can already see it. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm gonna sell on Monday and Tuesday. I'm gonna start buying again on especially Saturday and Sunday. Especially Sunday for some reason, like Sunday morning for me is always just like log on, have my coffee. It's cold outside. I'm not doing shit. I'm gonna sit here and just like I'm finding everything at dirt cheap, right? And then just the next day, just okay, I'll unload all that.
It's been great too. Like I think we've all been like just calling out our days. Like I'm gonna buy this day, sell this day, buy this day, and then like it's doing that like how we expect and want the market to do, and it's just I don't know. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, I'm not going to like not to sound completely like self-centered and whatnot, but we are some smart motherfuckers sometimes. Like we have nailed this lately.
I feel like I've been off like at times throughout the year on certain days, like, but like I feel like in the past week, 2 weeks, ever since the new year, like we've been, I don't know, I felt like it's been an easy market to predict, like with we're seeing more like the word on Twitter, man, volatile. We're seeing more volatile markets. So you're seeing like the days, like the buy days are really low and the sell days are really high. So it's just. Things are moving, man.
And you can't go wrong on those, right? Like there's no way you can go wrong, and that's why I said with we were talking about with the strat item reroll, like the strat items, like there's literally no point. There's no rush to sell it. Like unless you needed those coins, you had no reason to get rid of them.
Right. Yeah, like man, a couple times I almost just because I wanted to see the number at 100 million. Right, I was like, let me just do it now. Then I'm done with it, right? I don't care. But I was like, oh, just wait a little bit longer, right? Because I kept getting like, I don't know. We've kind of learned that not everything comes out from EA at once, right? Things come out at random times. Reduxes come out at random times. So when they didn't happen at season 3, I got a lot of people going, well, if they didn't drop it now, they're not going to do it. I'm like, why? They didn't get Reduxes either. Does that mean they're not coming ever again?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, shoot, they adjust the sets at 6 p.m. on Thursday. They changed it from 1 BND to 5 BNDs at 6 o'clock West Coast time.
I know.
I know, dude. Actually, I buy Champ Bailey and I buy Pacheco for 375K, and I'm not kidding. 5 minutes later, someone comes to my chat and says, "Oh, they changed it to get back 5 BNDs back from the set." I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" And 20 minutes later, they're both down to 300K.
Right.
Yeah. Because
I'm like, that's
never fails.
I mean, it's EA.
This is the. I mean, if we were gonna put, I think Madden 23 in one word, unpredictable. But I feel like I hate to get like too like I know it sucks, right? If you buy things like that at the wrong time, but I feel like the changes like that are typically to try to right the ship a little bit. Like one BND back was horrendous, especially when we just had Campus Heroes that gave 5 like, back. We're like, what? It doesn't make any sense.
Makes no sense.
So we'll see.
That was the reason why I bought those cards too, because it was like 1 BND bag. Like the set was completely the set cost was the set cost was like 400K. I'm like, okay, I'll buy for or like the set cost was like 450 or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'll buy for whatever. And then the set cost became like you got back 350K of value and the card. I'm like, oh nice, I bought for 375.
Yeah.
Great. 40K training.
There's a set to make a Fantasy 93, right?
Yeah, it's with 88s.
For the AKAs, I think the 88s might be the move. You're talking about stocking up on some of these guys? Because the new 93s are going to be needed.
What is the set? How many is it?
I think it's 9.
9.
You need 9 88s to build a 93.
Yeah.
What are 88s going for? Like around?
They were 17 yesterday. Hopefully, they probably get back down to like 12.
88s?
Yeah, 9 88s. Yeah, that's an expensive set. That's an expensive set. But like the brand new 93s.
Do that.
Even 12K is over 100.
Yeah, that's 41,000 training you're putting in to get back 33.
Yeah. Okay. So, but say this though. Let's like hear me out.
I know.
These mofo's were selling for 130. Right. The AKA 93s were selling for 130.
Right.
So it actually wasn't completely crazy sauce. Right. But the 88 AKs were selling for 20 all day. So that's where it got crazy, right? 20,000 times 9 is stupid money, right? That's 160. 93s are selling for 130. Right. So, but I mean, if we can pop these mofos off throughout the week and get them at 12, if they go back to 20, right? They're at 13 right now.
Right.
If they go back to 20, I don't hate, like if you have a smaller coin stack too, like, you know what I mean? Like if you're rocking, like I get that question all the time. Hey, I got 80,000 coins. What do I do? I don't know. Buy 88s.
Yeah.
Buy snipe lower stuff and flip.
Something even like super small. You go down to 86s, right? 86s. We're probably going to get new game predictors on Thursday. So 86s might have some more demand on Thursday morning, especially when you get the new tokens.
By the way,
love those. I love those, by the way, the tokens, the predictions.
Oh, yeah, me too. Giant big brain move, though, was buying the 91 predictor players.
I was late on that, man. Like, I was so focused Thursday.
I didn't even realize you couldn't do them.
Selling training.
After.
I didn't realize they were sellable until Friday night.
Yeah.
Like, I got someone DM'd me Thursday, like, yo, are you buying the 90s? Are you buying, like, the 90 overall predictors and 91 overall predictors? I'm like, aren't they BNDs? They're like, no, they're sellable. Like 91's from over 30K. I'm like, what? And like, I'm not kidding. I read that message at 2 a.m. Friday. Friday night or Saturday morning.
There, it probably started going up.
By the time I looked, there was none up. There was like 35K. I'm like, damn, I missed that.
Yeah, they're like 45 to 50 now. Because they're expected to go. I mean, they're the 1 seeds, right? So they're expected to go. Anticipate, you know, possibility to go to 92s next week. But yeah, no, good grabs. I think I have about 15 of them that I bought for about 27 a piece. They're already doubled up on those.
Completely went over my head, man. I'm locked into the training market, so I'm like, I didn't.
I know. I did.
Right. Yeah. I know. So the odd stuff was just kind of outside. I don't say outside of our realm, but we'll bypass it, right? Even I think I heard Gutfox today say the same thing that chat was telling him. I was like, wait, what do you mean? So they didn't even tell him. He's got 2,000 people watching him, and like, yo, chat, help us out sometimes, right? Like. Throw us a bone. Hit me with it. At least somebody did DM me today. I did get a DM right away. I'm like, yo, legend sets are live. I'm like, oh shit. Like I better log in. But yeah. Help us out a little bit, guys. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, we do.
Yeah. What? We got anything else?
I don't think so. I think we.
Are we just selling? Right? Are we going smart and just selling all the purples? Or are we taking a stab at some of these gold strats?
I opened a couple. I didn't really get lucky on mine. I'm probably just gonna take my 80,000 per card, or like sell it for 8,000, get back 71,000 after tax, whatever.
Is Sprinter still going for a ton?
350.
Or are they 350 still?
Like, but then like you get 130. But I could have made more by selling the 2.
Yeah.
I could have got like 140 after tax versus like 125.
That's always what. It's something I don't think people like factor in a lot. Is like, oh, someone would say like, oh, I'm doing the legendary strat exchanges for free because you only gets like 255, you get back 110K or whatever from 2 epics and quick sell the legendary. So it's like
you're not getting any free though.
They're like, oh, I'm doing it for free. There's like no risk. I just want to win full sprint.
There is though. They're 75, not 55.
Technically, are 75K. So really, you're risking what 13 plus 13, 68. If it's 26K if you pull a dud.
Yeah. I mean, there are still some team ones that go for higher because there's a lot of these, right?
There's
but if you're pulling in the trenches, right, that you're quick selling it because that's nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you start getting those other ones, and you're like, dang, I missed out on like 30K.
Right.
I'm probably selling most of mine.
On that predictor note too, I mean, one other thing too with these predictors, like being able to quick sell on Tuesday, that's just more coins on the market, just straight liquid coins on Tuesday. Weekly wildcards might. I don't know about 6, but I think we could maybe see in the high 3s across the board unfiltered, especially the higher overalls, like 94s and 96s. And
because they didn't really jump, right? 94s, 96s, kind of.
They went a little bit.
I mean, they did, but like 2.5, 2.7, right? We didn't hit 3 on those. They still, which was like great though, because even like you could, like, if you wanted to, you could have bought high overalls, right, for cheap training. Cheaper training anyway, do the rolls, sell all your 88s. They were going for 20s, so yeah, you lost, but you really weren't. I wasn't getting kicked in the teeth, right?
No.
It wasn't bad. I'm happy with how all this show got. I know guys were really mad that program rolls weren't good. Shocker, right? I don't know what game you've been playing all year, but program rolls have kind of been shit.
Yeah, we got that one off with Campus Heroes. That was probably
for 2 days though, not even for the whole thing. This is for 2 days of it.
People also were harping on the playoff promo, and I don't really know why. Like the actual playoff, like the champions, people were like super upset. It turns out like It's funny, Steve Young, when we saw the cards, everyone was like, Steve Young's terrible. And then like, oh, it turns out Steve Young's a top 3 quarterback and, you know, very, very good option for a lot of people. And he gives a different, like,
man, it's almost like we just did that with another quarterback, like Tom Brady, when he got announced. Yeah. We all hated on him. And then he's like, the best quarterback in the game.
Everyone hated on the Pacheco card. It's like Pacheco turned out. I love the Pacheco as a Chiefs fan. And he plays really good in game. Zero AP jukebox. I love Pacheco. Champ Bailey, you know, solid corner. And then it's like, yeah, it was. I remember logging on was it when they revealed it Wednesday afternoon, and there was a lot of hate on Twitter, like playoff promos, like in the channel. Like I thought this was pretty good. And then Thursday came out and the card's pretty good. And like everyone's not really like talking about how bad the promo is anymore. So
yeah, I think it only gets better. The only time we get like a 3-part program, it typically just gets better and better and better. Intriguing though, like your thought that if we get 97s next week, I could, with them dropping 6 AKAs in the first roll, I'm not super surprised if they do jump to 97s, right? If like the conference round of the playoffs, so we get one drop of 96s, and then 97s, and
then now 96, 97s.
Like with an announcement of team of the year, right? Because it would kind of be around the same time frame, isn't it?
Yep.
Because the honor stuff is before the Super Bowl, right? It's that week in between.
Yep, it's the week in between.
So we're right on track, man. We could get team of the year and then honors the week after, all 97s, right? Like we could be wild.
All this means, guys, just buy training, please. Just buy training, especially today and tomorrow.
After
buy
I get
as much training,
after I sell all these and get to 100 million, then I'll go buy more training. I just need to see it once. Okay, you already got there. I need to see it once.
You just need the screenshot.
I need the one screenshot, and that's it. And I can burn it all to the ground.
However, once you get the screenshot and then you go below 100 mil, your stream is going to call you broke.
I know. I'll feel broke though. I'm that guy where like once I I hit 77, as soon as I go back to 76.999, I'm like, I'm broke. I can't buy anything ever again. My brain's broken.
Yeah. That's how we keep getting our coins stack up.
Right.
All right, I think that's good.
Yeah, I think we covered a lot. We covered TVPs, trading market, AKAs, weekly wildcards, playoffs.
Yeah.
Crazy week.
I think we talked about everything we wanted to talk about. Yeah, and even next week's gonna be even more crazier because we're gonna be well, Adam's not gonna be here,
I won't be here, unfortunately. But you guys need to do it.
We'll be doing the pod. We'll be doing the pod, and on Tuesday we'll be live during hopefully the training rise of a lifetime on Tuesday.
Yeah. You and I will be. Adam will be out doing other cooler stuff. Us peasants will just be here streaming. Actually, you know what? No, I tell you, it depends on who you're with. I might make you call in on Discord and put you on with whoever you're with. If you're with somebody cool, bro, like we're making this happen.
It is. I can't say it, but
I know you can't say, but yeah. If they're around, you're like, oh, we're just at dinner. I'm like, get on the phone, motherfucker. Like, we got to do it right now. Nice little boost. Surprise guest next week. Gentlemen, I appreciate the hell out of you guys for hanging out tonight. As always, I am going to stay on for a little bit because I have some team of the week stuff I want to open up.
Force them to roll, chat, please.
No, that didn't happen.
Do all the AKA rolls.
No, not even the AKA rules. Tell them to do the playoff rules with no LTDs.
No, my God, no.
Brett Meyer cards.
Oh, I cannot tell you how happy I was that ugly son of a bitch missed all them kicks. Stay out of my packs, asshole.
He deserves after that, man.
I called it too. I even said it on chat, and I was like, I hope he misses all of his kicks. And it happened. Like, oh shit, I might be a witch. Like, I think that happened. But either way. But gentlemen, enjoy the rest of your night. I will let you know when this is uploaded. Everybody over on YouTube, appreciate you guys hanging out for the hour. Everybody on Twitch, hang tight. I'll be back, and we'll go do terrible, bad decision type stuff and make coins though. It'll be fun. But gents, enjoy your night. I'll catch up with you guys later.
Go on, everybody.
Yeah.